Hello, and welcome to a new Let's Play Poorly series. This is The Sinking City, which is an H.P. Lovecraft-inspired sort of horror investigation game in sort of in the vein of things like the tabletop board game Arkham Horror and things like that. It's by Frogware. It had an earlier console version that I even played a little bit on Switch, and then they ported it to the PC, and it was okay. The PC port wasn't great, but then they did a massive rework of it, and it is this was maybe about a year ago that they did that, and it's much, much better. It's got a bunch of DLC available. It's really good. I haven't played very far into it, but I've had a lot of fun with the environment of the game, and we're going to give it a go. Now, the caveat, as always, is I am really, really bad at puzzle games, and I generally hate them because I'm so bad at them. But, I mean, if we're not going to play poorly, what are we even doing here? So, we're going to overwrite our autosaves. There we go. Okay. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great, yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes von der Berg. Okay, well, that was intense. All right, so we got some stuff here. Got our folding camera. All right, so this is that message. Do I not take the gun? What is happening here? Let me see what my my controls might be. I guess A is just interact, hold to loot an object. Okay, so I guess I can't take that. But what do I have in my inventory here? Oh, I have a submachine gun. 30? Wait, no, 30 rounds, I'm guessing. That would be weird. It was 30 submachine guns. Okay. What's this?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Monolith National Park is waiting for you.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Okay, Grommer, the noble troglodyte. Wow. I guess that's supposed to be like a Conan the Barbarian thing or something? I don't know. Curse of the Were-Jaguar. Makumazan. Wow. All right. Got some gunpowder, springs, shell casings. That thing there. Now, okay, so that I have a camera. How do I... Oh, Jesus! Did not mean to do that. How do I use my camera? Aim is left trigger. Reload. Oh, right. No, that's just camera. All right, well, I'm going to figure this out. All right, here we go. Yeah, I got it now. All right, so we can take photos of things. I don't know why I'm... What do I... Oh, geez. What did I just do? Oh, this is my special inner eye ability. Right, yeah, mind's eye. It's part of the... what this guy can do. There's a tutorial. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that at some point. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. It's been a minute. Oh, that's right. There it is. I knew I had something. This weird little fishy thing. Yeah, we got a photo of the trophy plate. Okay. And then we can... oh, did not mean to do that again. There we go. There's our lore. We can take a look. There's my trophy plate with a strange fish. We have notes. And we have skill abilities here that we can improve over time. We have no map yet, and there's my inventory. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's right. And then we've got this thing called the Mind Palace, which gives us where our clues are when we get clues for the investigation that we're doing. Right now, we haven't really done anything significant, but we can place these notes on the map, pin evidence to the walls and things like that. But we're not going to do that with that, because that's just... Oh, hello. Who are you?
Take your belongings off my ship first.
Did I not do that? Where do I get my belongings from? Where are the rest of my belongings? I'm very confused. There is no more stuff.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Can't go that way. Ah, okay. Apparently, got to look at this until... Ah, there it is.
Hope I never have to use it. But something tells me I will.
That's right. Okay, so sometimes you're going to have to rotate things until you can see an element that you need for evidence. Okay. There we go. All right, now he's stepped back and he's going to be like...
Get out.
Get the fuck out. Okay.
At
we go.
last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
All right, so now we're here to get our problem solved, which is like some kind of a, you know, nightmares and stuff. But well, let's ask about that then.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. If visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Okay. What is the deal with this city?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Okay, what's the flood?
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
It is very atmospheric. Okay, so where is this guy?
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
All right. I'm gonna ask him about his suit.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take
Okay.
it you're a big fan of yellow.
Oh
Well, I
dear.
have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Okay, so that is a reference to the King in Yellow, I think it is, which is one of Lovecraft's more famous storylines. Yeah, one of the fascinating things about Lovecraft is that he didn't really have a universe, but he tended to repeat ideas and themes a lot. And actually, I think was the King in Yellow his or someone else? I think it might even have been someone else who wrote in his universe, or at least a lot of the King in Yellow, or the Yellow stories were from later on after he stopped. Well, after he died, basically.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Okay.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Okay.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Okay. All right, so this is our map. We have some zoom levels, which is nice. So this is us here. That is going to be the boat, and that's the city port, or a boat, I guess. And we've got Devil's Reef Hotel, got the hospital, police station, the Chronicle, library. What are you? City Hall, the asylum. Oh, that's nice. And that's what we have right now. Okay. So we're probably going to have to go here and get the boat. Let's go up here, I think. Maybe? We'll find out. And you can place marks and do compass marking, and yeah, it's pretty handy. Okay. Let's go. Oh, ew. Mr. Octopus. Okay. Welcome to Oakmont, a town on the rise. Yes, that's exactly what this looks like. Alright, so the under the keel bar and the exit. There's nothing down there, I'm guessing. Oh, I'm so wet. Oh, here we go.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Okay.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Okay. Who are those guys, the Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Now, so one of the well-known problems with Lovecraft is that he was super racist for most of his life. Towards the end of his life, he did change quite a bit and actually kind of modulated his tone and his beliefs and was very clearly embarrassed by his former sort of racial animus. Not entirely. I mean, he was still a product of his time. He was worse than his time for a lot of his life, but he was also kind of a shut-in to a degree and a loner and had a lot of xenophobic attitudes which expanded beyond just racism. In fact, a lot of his stories, a lot of his fiction was about that overriding fear of everything, really. So one of the things that the developers did, Frogware, is they took the understanding that Lovecraft was this horrible racist in most of his life, and recognizing that what Lovecraft would have done was essentially antagonize minority communities in his stories. And rather than just simply reproducing that, which in this case would be black citizens being the bad guys, they've gone ahead and made them like these fish-faced guys who turn out not to be really the bad guys, but that's sort of how they recode it so it's not absolutely just awful and disgusting. And it's interesting. It's an interesting way of getting around some of that stuff. But they do mention as you're loading up the game that Lovecraft did have some really poor beliefs, and they're doing their best to kind of mitigate a lot of that. But you have to recognize that embedded within Lovecraftian mythology is this xenophobia that he struggled at the end of his life to rid himself of, but really ultimately couldn't complete.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I can try to find Albert.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Okay, so here's we're about to get into it a little bit.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Okay, then.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Okay, so that might be what was on the map already. We'll see.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Okay, so we've got Mind Palace clues here. Let's go take a look at that. Okay. The Throgmortons and Innsmouthers are in an ongoing feud, and Albert returned unstable after coming back from sea. He was mad, violent, and spoke gibberish. Okay. So you can we can select these and do some other things. Combine clues to make deductions. We don't really have any at this point. All right, and then our casebook here has this request. Robert Throgmorton wants us to find his son. We have the hotel key, and we have been tasked with finding that guy. Okay. So this, apparently, it looks like it's got a... It does have a map pin already. Maybe. Maybe not. Or it can go on the map. Oh, it went missing in the port. Okay, so that's just identifying the location. All right. Let's get back to that. Hang on a second here. And this... Yeah. And then we'll have side cases eventually, but we don't anymore at the moment, so. Okay. Well, let's go to this fisherman's house. Well, there's an H there. I don't know what that is. Let's take a photo. Don't know if that's meaningful for us. All right, and then do I have a I do have a flashlight. Look at that. Okay, these little fishies. Ugh. Okay. Everyone's got the heat turned on.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Okay. Okay, we've got some shell casings and gunpowder. Some books. Oh god. A lot of barnacles and shit. Oh, nice.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Hmm. This is not a place I want to live or pretty much breathe much in. There are people living here, definitely. At least one person.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Okay.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Okay.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
What happened?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Okay.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Who is this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsider, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. And the police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Dear. Okay. Fisherman is missing. Sudden psychotic outbreak. Yep. So I wonder, can I do that? Yeah, there we go. Albert spread hysteria around him. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. There we go. I think that stays in there, right? Or is it just, how does that work? No. All right, yeah, there's no clue there. Okay. Yeah, I do like that all the information is kept in the system, because I am very bad at remembering things.
Choo choo.
Okay. Metal scrap. Let's say no to that. Okay, we got a bed. Some ew. And then the dead guy. Oh my god. Okay. Half of his face is gone.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Oh shit. Something just happened there. Something's happening to me. What? No, no, no. No, no. No, don't do that. Don't be weird, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening? Okay, I'm having a fit of some sort. Okay. Well, maybe I do mind's eye out here. Well, we're gonna go back in here. Check this out. It's a little fish knife.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
There we go.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Yeah, fish faces. Okay. Check this thing one more time, just in case I missed anything on... Oh, there we go. Edges have these... Ah, there we go.
Knives like this before. Masterful work.
Oh, did I get anything from here? No. Nothing here from the Mine Palace. Ooh, where's this?
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Eh.
5 cards short of a full house.
Alright, I'm gonna check with this guy again.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Okay, so that is super bright over there, that H. So that might actually mean something for us. And there's some other... Ooh, I already looked in here, though. Okay. But that symbol clearly means something. All right.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Yes, you did. All right. Well, let's see. What do we got to do now? All right. So until the guy's found, Robert won't allow anyone to leave the port. So we're going to be stuck in this area. we won't be able to get to the inn. We have our deductions. All right, well, I'm going to leave it here for now. When we come back, we're going to continue on with this starting investigation. It'd be nice if it would stop raining, but I don't think that's likely. Thanks for watching. See you next time.